Hey guys, welcome back to another ARIA-SK Maths video, and in this tutorial I'm going to be explaining how to use compound interest, how to calculate it, and how to answer questions which ask about it. So compound interest is pretty simple. It's basically just talking about how if you deposit, let's say £100 into a bank, and the bank gives 5% interest every year, then the first year this is going to go to 105, but the second year it's not going to be 110. It's actually going to be whatever 105% of 105 is, which is 110.25. So you can see how this isn't simple interest. Simple interest would be this, but this is compound interest over here because you're compounding on the interest you've already built up. So now I'll show you guys how to answer these kind of questions. Now it's really simple. Let's say we had a person deposits £5 in a bank. Okay, the bank pays let's say 15% annual interest. And then it might ask, how much money does the person have after, let's say, 3 years? So first of all, I'm just going to highlight the useful information. So they initially deposit £5, then bank pays 15% annual interest rate, and they're waiting 3 years. So that's all the important information we need. So to answer this question, I'll start off by drawing a little diagram. Like, this is the kind of thing which you want to work out. So we start with £5, then the next year this is going to go to some new number, then the next year this is going to go to another number, and finally on the third year this is a number which we're looking for. So what do we know? Well, we can answer these questions because we know the bank pays 15% annual interest, so that's a 15% percentage increase, or a 100%. So I'll write this here. 15% increase is the same as 115%, like so. And if you know how to convert percentages to decimal, then you'll know this is the same as 1.15. So what we can do is we can just multiply each step by 1.15. So I'll type this into a calculator. And we'll get, so for this first year, we get 5.75. Now again, we'll just multiply that by 1.15. And you get 6.6125. And finally, we can work out this final one by multiplying this by 1.15, and you get about 7.6. So I'll just write that. But yeah, so that means our answer is £7.60, like so. And that was really easy. But the thing is, we had to do quite a lot of work in, and it definitely would have been nicer if we could do this in a much quicker way. So let me show you the much faster way. Now, you might have seen a formula such as something like this. So I will say amount equals P multiplied by 1 plus R over 100 over N. So yeah, this is pretty easy to use. Now, this P basically represents the initial money. So in our case, it's 5 because when N is 0, so N is the number of years. So if N is 0, this entire thing goes to 1, which leaves us with just the original amount. And then R, well, this is the percentage increase or annual rate. So you can see if we put 15 into this becomes 1 plus 15 over 100, which is the same as 1.15. So that's why we get that. So now if we can use this formula for our question, if we say P is 5, N is Sorry, I should probably do them in order. P is 5, R is 15, and N is 3. Then we can just work out the amount is going to be 5 multiplied by 1 plus 15 over 100 multiplied by 3. Sorry, to the power of 3. And this is just equal to, one sec, let me just fix the colors. And we can type this into a calculator. We should get the exact same result as we got previously. So let's see if we do. And yeah, so we get about 7.6 pounds, or £7.60, like so. So there we go. That was nice and easy. Hopefully you know how to use this formula now. It gets a little complicated if you get your interest between the years, so not just at the end of the year, but I might get into that in another video. And yeah, so just remember how to use this formula. It's basically just stating P, the initial value, R, the interest rate, and N, the cost. Now, there's actually another way which a lot of people use, and it's basically the same, but it's using slightly different. So this way, I actually think is easier. You can just do amount is equal to, it's basically the same thing, but we just kind of rearrange the numbers a little bit. So all we're doing is we're doing 5 multiplied by, and then the decimal representation of this percentage. So in our case, 15% increase is the same as times by 1.15. So we times by 1.15 and just raise this. Let me put this in green. And then we just raise this to number of years, so 3. And you can see how this is exactly the same as that, because if we just put this into, if we just add together these fractions, then you'll get 1.15, and then you're just multiplying. So there we go. I'm just going to write this over here. So yeah, thanks for watching. That was how you do compound interest in maths, and see you guys in a future tutorial. Bye.